Hello everybody, welcome to the Joy of Trucking, where we share our experience with you, and also you can come along as an armchair traveler. But today we're here with our interview series, and Kevin is going to talk to us about a very important subject: home time.
Home time. Here we are.
Yeehaw.
Here we are on home time in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Sun and fun and playing on the beach. So, I drive OTR, and I like to go out for 3 weeks, sometimes even 4. But then I need some time with my honey, or time to go home and do a few things, appointments and chores, whatever the case may be. You gotta go home. You can't stay out forever.
Some people
So-
stay out a long time.
Yeah, here's how
Yeah,
it works
this
with Werner. On the Edge Connect tablet in the truck, there are pre-form messages. They're already typed out with little boxes you check, and then you fill them out and you press submit. So there's one for home request, and on the home request you can put in your location and when you want to start and how many days you want to be at home. Location, something to think about, because we like to travel and we got friends and family all over the country. So in this case, we made it a point to come to a friend's house rather than go back to where our home terminal is and our motorhome. So we're out here. All I had to do was fill in the name of this town, and they will try and route you with different loads, whatever, to get you as close as possible to here. If it's a major city, that's pretty easy, but this is kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
Also, you're putting down the day that you wanna start your home time, and they will try really hard to get you there on that day or within a day.
Right, day early or day late.
Might be something got delayed, or you had to do a special load, or something or other happened that you had to put in that one more day or whatever, and then you start your home time the next day. So that can happen too.
Yeah.
But they really try. And you submit this form, it goes up to management, and it has to be approved, which is usually not a problem. And you're usually you're asking for a day off for every week that you're out. So after 2 weeks, you ask for a couple of days. I go 3 weeks, I ask for 3 days, and so on. Our first time we were out 4.5 weeks, and I asked for 4 days off, and it wasn't a problem. But it has to be approved by management.
Right,
And they
and
will
you-
send you a message back saying it's approved, and we'll do our best to get you to that location on the day you requested.
Right, and I just want to add in, during that time, be aware you're not making any money. They don't pay you for your home time, so it's just time off.
So what happens then? You've got the approval, you made the request, they're going to try and make it happen. But what happened on our first time, like I said, we're at 4.5 weeks. They got us home on the day we requested. We did our time off and so on. The second time, we were coming here. And so I asked for time off starting on a Tuesday. I got a load Sunday that put me in Michigan for Monday morning. And I thought, well, that's kind of strange. And then Monday morning, we're in Michigan. They give me another load going the other side of Michigan. I thought, this isn't going to work out very well.
It's going in the wrong direction.
And when are we getting to North Carolina? And as it turned out, we didn't get here until Friday, actually
Yes.
Thursday night. So 3 days late. So the lesson there is, look at your loads that they're giving you and make sure you're going in the right direction. My trainer, when I was with my leader for my initial training, he related a story as well. He had a doctor's appointment on a specific day, and he lived in Las Vegas, and they tried to send him east. He was in the Midwest somewhere, and they said, oh, hey, your next load's going to New York. And he called him up and he said, no, I got a doctor's appointment coming up in 2 days. You send me in the wrong direction, you're not going to get me home on time. And he got in a big argument with whoever was on the other end of the phone, and he had a little talk with management about it afterwards, and he said, no, I'm right. That person was wrong. There's no way I would have made that doctor's appointment by sending him in the opposite direction.
Right.
And he's right.
Yeah.
And so you've got to kind of, your trip planning, and you're looking at your loads and stuff. Keep in mind that, on your day off, when your home time starts, you better be heading home and be there the day before your home time starts. Don't be going in the other direction.
And even a dispatcher you spoke with the other day said, let us know if you realize that we're sending you the wrong way, because
Right.
sometimes it's just computer generated and they're not really like
Yeah.
looking.
Oh, it
and
happened. It happened
Last
the first time I got home time. The request went through and everything was fine and so on. And I was in the Midwest and I was trying to get back to Phoenix, and they gave me a load going north. And I thought, now how am I going to be in Phoenix tomorrow if I'm going in the other direction? So again, I had to kind of think it out and call them back and say, this doesn't make sense and I don't think I'm going to make it. So it's you're being given your loads from a computer, and it doesn't always realize your home
Right.
time request, or
Right.
it doesn't always factor it in there, or it thinks somehow magically you're going to take care of this load and still wind up at home
transport
on time.
yourself back.
Doesn't-
Yeah, so our point with that is you can
Yeah.
speak up. You can call in and say, hey, do you guys remember that I have home time?
Well, and with that in mind, remind them, like if your home time is Tuesday, maybe it's the Friday before and you're like, yeah, I'm looking for my next load, and hey, don't forget I want to be home on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Don't leave it until Monday night and say, hey, my home time starts tomorrow, why am I 3,000 miles away?
Yeah.
You can
You
drop
can-
little
you can
hints
remind them.
beforehand
You can
and
definitely
keep
remind
everybody on the on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other things about home time?
Well, the other thing is, like I said, we're way out here. The Outer Banks is not exactly in the normal lanes, and I don't think our company does a lot of loads out this way. So what happened the last time we came here? Like I said, we were 3 days late, and we wound up 300 miles away.
In Charlotte.
And they said, okay, you can go to your home time now. And I was like, you mean you want me to take this truck and bobtail 300 miles to get to my home time? Yep, it's all yours. Go for it. So a 5-hour drive to get home, it can happen.
Yeah.
And with that in mind too, your home time doesn't start when you get here. Like we arrived here late in the day, and my home time started the next day. I didn't start counting as soon as I got out of the truck.
Right.
That was a day of work. I dropped a load off. I had to fuel the truck. That was a day of work. That was not,
Right.
kind of a day when your home time starts. No. And I had to drive 5 miles to get here. Forget it.
Right. But you didn't get paid for the
I
miles
didn't
you
get
drove
paid
home.
for those 5 hours, but when I left here after my home time, I got deadhead miles going to get my first load, which was another 3 or 4 hours away to get
Right.
to get back to where the action is.
And when we were coming from Charlotte, I just want to let you guys know, we kept getting a message that said you have exceeded your distance for personal conveyance.
Yeah, there is a limit on that.
So we called the company and they were like, yeah, just ignore that. Keep
just,
going.
Just go driving as though you're on your hours of service actually driving for work.
Oh, that's
Because
what
your
we did.
personal conveyance only covers you so far.
Right.
And we had 300 miles to go. It wasn't covered.
Yeah.
So,
And then
yeah,
the second time you came to the Outer Banks now,
Mhm.
you had another interesting experience.
This time, the problem was I had a live unload. So I did that in the morning, got the truck unloaded and everything, but now I'm sitting with an empty trailer hooked up to the truck, and I couldn't leave it there. That's, that place was not a place to store your trailer. I was nowhere near a terminal or a drop yard, so we had to find a place for me to leave that trailer because it doesn't fit in my friend's driveway, and I wasn't going to drag it 250 miles just to park it on the street or something. So I wound up going to 3 different places. The company was trying to find a place where I could drop the trailer off, where they would fill it with goods so someone else could pick it up and take it away. And the first place I went, they said, no, we're not taking your empty trailers here. If you're coming to get a load, you can drop an empty and take a load, but they don't want their lot filling up with empty trailers. It's not a drop yard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So after 3 tries, I found a place where I could leave the trailer. So that was a bit of work.
Yeah.
It took a chunk out of my day, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Several hundred miles worth. Yeah. So
Okay. Fun and adventures here at the
and
Joy of Trucking.
If you are going home, like you got a doctor's appointment or you have a meeting or something like that, don't plan it for the first day of your home time. In case you are a day late, you're going to blow that appointment, have to remake it, and maybe schedule it for your next home time or whatever goes on with that. Allow yourself a little buffer. Like you could be a day late and still make the appointment. So plan it for your second or third day of home time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Think ahead.
Anything else? Home time?
That's my whole story about home time. That's all I have to say about
And
that.
you're sticking to it, huh? That's your story and you're sticking to it. All right. Well, I'm really glad that Werner has that possibility of asking for home time anywhere in the country, right?
Yeah.
That you don't have to necessarily go home on home time. So that is working very well for us. We're enjoying that aspect of Kevin's employment. And with that, I guess if you guys got some value out of this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and questions and comments below.
Down there.
And please hit that subscribe button. You can keep coming along, and we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can start doing some live videos for you, all right? And share this information. So with that, have a great day. Thanks for joining us. With love from Kevin and Tanya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.